What is going on? Welcome to one of the latest cars added to Gran Turismo 7. This is a Toyota Land Cruiser, and well, it's a car that not a lot of people who have requested, but it's a car that we needed, and I'm gonna explain to you why. Because look, standard right now, it's not the best, but it's not slow. Let me get that out of the gate, because yes, we are coming up against some slow cars, but the fact that it produces 126 128 brake horsepower, one of the two, it means that, well, it can climb a hill without rolling back. It doesn't lose speed, and for some reason you can actually chuck this vehicle around corners. I mean, you saw, actually almost lost control of it. Now this vehicle is 4-wheel drive, which means this is meant for off-roading. I mean, that's what it was built for. So the fact that it's in a track racing game, it sparked my curiosity. So look, with this vehicle, I'm expecting around maybe 350 400 horsepower out of the standard engine, because you know, that's really what I think it's capable of doing. And we're gonna see now how much power it actually produces once we finish throwing every single part possible at it. You see, fully upgraded, the Land Cruiser is producing 415 brake horsepower and comes in at a weight of 1191 kg. So the vehicle is decently lightweight and produces 415 brake horsepower, which is not too shabby. Look, it's not going to be the fastest thing around, but it should be a very big improvement over the standard performance of the Land Cruiser. Now, first experience in the fully upgraded Land Cruiser, yeah, we see there is a decent amount of, there's a decent improvement, because already you can feel the acceleration has improved tenfold. We see, look, we just did 160 already, and that's a lot faster than what we were capable of doing before. We just see 200 and the car is still pulling. Now we just see 210 kilometers per hour, so right away it's not gonna beat any lap time records, because at this current point it simply doesn't have the power to. Yes, it has lost a ton of weight, but the power is really a key factor into it. I'm just so glad we got rid of 4-speed, and with it having a 6-speed, I mean a 5-speed, it's improved so much. It's a bit twitchy under braking, so that is something you do need to watch out for. We see understeer strong. I mean, that can be expected with a 4-wheel drive vehicle. It's super common. So under hard braking again, turn in on the power, shift up, have it run, come on. Oh, our the suspension sets up a bit too hard right now. Having to fight a lot more than I expected. Shift, come on. Oh, no way, I spun out in the Land Cruiser. I mean, look at that. A 1 minute 46.7 is what we got. That is so much better. Over 11 seconds shaved off the lap where we spun out. But still, a 1 minute 46 is not all this vehicle has in it, because now we can actually engine swap it. Now tell me who thought this was a good idea, because this Land Cruiser can now get an LS7 V8. Yes, an LS7 V8 that can produce over 1000 horsepower, and it also makes the car lighter. So this is dead. That's exactly what it is. This is a coffin on wheels, and I'm extremely scared, but I'm also kinda excited to drive it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna spend our 250,000 credits, which is honestly for an engine swap not that badly priced. So now fully upgraded, we see a Land Cruiser is producing 1104 brake horsepower, and it still only weighs 1147 kg. So there's almost a 1-to-1 power to weight ratio coming out of this Land Cruiser, which I never expected. Okay, spinning fifth, we're still spinning, no more gears, we are still spinning brake. So I think you can see the issue, because Gran Turismo 7, old cars do not handle power well whatsoever, and this is a clear example of that. The minute you put your foot down, the car just simply, it doesn't turn. Look, full lock, full lock. There's no steering input and we aren't going anywhere. The car was honestly faster with its standard engine fully upgraded, because this is simply way too much power. Look here, full lock and nothing. So we gotta detune it and then see from there. Now at 506 brake horsepower, the vehicle is still spinning up its wheels, but seems to be gaining traction a lot better. Come on. Here we go. Here's the speed coming in on the brakes, downshift, turn. The turning is still just cooked on this car. It's not good. I've tried. The car's engine swapped, it's fully detuned. Well, the engine's fully upgraded, but the ECU is fully detuned, the power restrictor is fully detuned, and it's still simply too much power. The Toyota cannot handle this level of power, just spinning up, and it's giving off the same experience as the Willy Sheep. That's exactly what it's doing. It's not an enjoyable experience, it's not a fun experience, it's not changing the car for good, and we're just gonna see top speed wise what it does, because currently that's the only thing I can see this being used for, because it simply is not drivable due to the fact of the gearing's all it's gone, guy. You have to really play around with the gearing, and even with me tinkering and doing my slight adjustments and things, it simply is not worth it. It's not doing any help whatsoever. Even playing around with the differential, the vehicle simply cannot put this level of power down to the ground, and it's almost undrivable. Here we go. What is going on? I'm so confused. We're going downhill, we're losing speed. Gain speed. What is this trickery? I wanna play with the wheel speed. There's a rear tire's life. Look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, yeah. This is one of the most confusing, I don't even know what to say. With the standard engine fully upgraded, it was half decent, not too shabby. For a Land Cruiser of its age, it was quite quick. Throwing in this engine swap completely broke the vehicle. In my opinion, it's not enjoyable, it's not fun. I feel like I wasted 250,000 credits, so that's kind of my opinion, because you saw we had to almost do some witchcraft to try and get it to gain speed, and I mean it's not good. Really, it's not.